Hello, I'm Rebecca, your Akashic Records facilitator with the Santosha Way, where we talk about living well within the energies at play. You can find out more about me and the services I offer at thesantoshaway.com. And today we are talking about the Capricorn new moon. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video where we will do some Akashic Records energy work to help you get the most out of this lunation. Now, this new moon in Capricorn is happening at 20 degrees 44 minutes on Thursday, January 11th, 2024. 111. I love that. We have all the support of walking through a portal on this at this time, at this lunation, and stepping into a new timeline for ourselves. It's going to happen at 3:57 a.m. Pacific time, 5:57 a.m. Central Time, and that is 6:57 a.m. for the Eastern Time Zone. Capricorn is an earth sign, but it's the cardinal earth sign represented by the sea goat. So it actually climbs up the mountain really high, but it goes into the depths of the sea. And it needs to do this. It needs to be able to do this, to have the fortitude to carry out those legacy goals, to actually make it up the mountain, to put in the work. You've got to have that faith and that inner fortitude. So it really can go deep into the depths and climb to the highest heights. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and this is our planet of hard knocks, life lessons. It's the father of time, lord of karma, structures, systems, limitations, restrictions. Saturn wants quality over quantity in our lives and really doesn't want us to settle for anything less. So it can feel like that harsh parent that's saying, no, you need to go practice your music lessons. You're never going to get anywhere if you don't, kind of energy. This in the higher expressions of Capricorn energy, we are ambitious, structured, driven to create a legacy that will stand the test of time. We know our value and we love the finer things in life. This energy is not afraid of building something worth having and doing it well, and putting in that daily effort to reach those longer term goals. In the lower expressions of Capricorn energy, we can find ourselves so focused on work and hustling that we forget why we're even doing it. We forget that materialism doesn't really sustain our soul for the long term. We forget that all of the cutting the calories out isn't making our meals enjoyable anymore, right? We forget all of the different things. We forget why we're doing what we're doing. We can get stuck in our limiting beliefs in the lower expressions of Capricorn energy, how we think it needs to be based on an outdated system or the rules or the way it's always been, the way our parents did it, that sort of energy. We can get hung up on perceived failures of the past and hold back in fear, not realizing that a leap of faith is sometimes required in order to get to the next stage of our journey and to have that breakthrough that we really desire in our lives. Old systems must come down in order for new systems to be put into place. Capricorn is associated with our 10th house of the legacy, for the collective energy. It's the mark that we're going to leave on the earth. And where you have Capricorn in your chart is where you're going to be setting these new moon intentions, where you're going to feel this transit the most, and the area of life where you're establishing your legacy work, doing something that takes time to build and is truly worth all of the efforts in the end. While this lunation is about the 10th house of legacy for that collective energy, for the collective of the world, The house that this plays out in your personal life is dependent on your personal natal chart based on your rising sign, which is also known as your ascendant sign, your ascendant or rising sign. This sets the wheel of your personal natal chart and tells you if this is going to be in your fourth house of home and family, or maybe your 11th house of friendships and social circles. Maybe it's in your seventh house of relationships. So you'll want to know where this is playing out in your personal life. Over on Facebook, I run a private group called Phased by the Moon where we talk about the energies that play more regularly. Here, I let people know what house this will be in for them based on their big three, which is your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. And I encourage you to join us over there in that community. I'll put the link in the description box below if you feel called to join us. You can also put your big three in the comments below here on YouTube, and I'll come back in and let you know what area of your life you're being called to intentionally create something legacy worthy at this time. Go ahead and like this video while you're at it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and comment below or just say hi. Share this video if you feel called. I genuinely appreciate all of your support, and these things really do help get this content out to others and helps grow the awareness of the Santosha way and the Akashic Records work that I do for y'all. Now, this new moon, a new moon in general, is about planting seeds, setting out those new intentions. If you have not set New Year's resolutions or goals, first off, don't worry about it. In the astrological community, we really do honor the spring equinox as the beginning of the new year. We don't really so much focus on this. However, we do acknowledge that a new moon is about setting those new intentions, and a new moon in Capricorn is very much about setting intentions for the long term, those legacy goals. What are you really working towards in your life, in this area of your life? What are you trying to achieve? So this is the perfect time to actually put intentions out for the 2024 year and the things that you want to create, maybe even beyond this year. The new moon here gives off this vibe of it is go time. It reminds me of this song, Peggy Sang the Blues by Frank Turner, and I'm going to drop the link in the description box below in case y'all want to give it a listen. You don't have to, but I'll leave that down there for you. Frank Turner has inspired me to take risks, leaps of faith, and encouraged me with his lyrics to do many things in life that I otherwise would not have done. His music calls me out of my comfort zone into living freely, with conviction and on purpose. Like, it's the only life we're ever going to get to live. This is life right now. We're living it now. Let's step into it. Let's do it, right? He has this one song called The Road where he beckons us to step out onto our soul's journey with these lyrics. He says, yes, so saddle up your horses now and keep your powder dry, because the truth is you won't be here long. Yes, soon you're going to die. To the heart, to the heart. There is no time for you to waste. You won't find your precious answers now by staying in one place. Yeah, by giving up the chase. He really it just inspires you to be like, oh my gosh, I've got to take action right now. You're right. I've got one life to live, and if I'm going to do something with it, I need to do it, right? I used to listen to him regularly for inspiration. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that Frank has some Sagittarius energy in his chart that speaks to my own inner adventurer. In the song about Peggy, Peggy Sang the Blues, Frank's grandmother came to him in a dream, leaving him with a few pearls of wisdom. And she said, no one gets remembered for the things they didn't do. So don't rest too long in bed. And this is what this energy is all about. It's go time. It's time to actually create something and step into it. Under this new moon, this energy is supporting you to do something that maybe you've been putting off. Maybe you didn't see before. You didn't recognize it. Maybe you didn't see a way or weren't ready to do it before because maybe you need to do some more healing and growth work. Maybe you're not sure you're ready right now, but it's definitely one of those energies that says it's now or never. It's like it's go time. You need to just go for it. And I can tell you from personal experiences, when you're faced with sitting in your comfort zone and repeating your life day after day and doing what you've always done, or stepping out and doing something totally out of character, totally wild and crazy, something that you've never done before, something that no one in your family has ever done before. This can be really scary, but this is the energy of like being compelled forward. Like, I know that if I don't do this, I'm missing out on something. And it really reminds me of part of what pushes me forward when I take a leap of faith is remembering the time when I was abroad. I went to London and I was there taking a course, art history, and I didn't want to come home and I didn't know how to stay. And I knew that there was this moment, there was a window of opportunity, and I could put things into action and make it happen, or I could do what I thought I should do and go back home, right? And I chose to return home instead of pushing forward and staying. And that forever has sat in my mind. It was a turning point in my life where I say, I wonder how my life would have been different if I would have just figured it out. I wonder what I would be doing right now. I wonder how things would have been different. It's not about regret. It's not about looking back on your life and saying, I wish I would have made that decision, but it is about recognizing that there are points in our journey, and this is one of them now. There are points in our journey where this is the moment that we're being presented with, and we can step into it and take that leap of faith and figure it out as we go, or we can step back into our comfort zone and choose to do the right thing, or the good little girl thing, or the thing that we're supposed to do, or whatever we think is expected of us, that type of energy. All right, so this new moon is squaring the nodes of the moon, and these are our destiny node points, right? These are fated events in our life. We're being asked to leave an old way behind, which is the South Node energy. It's in Libra right now. To step into our destiny and soul paths, which is the North Node in Aries. We're possibly passing the torch onto someone else in this area of our life as well, or coming to a completion of a stage, or some point in our journey, because this lunation at 20 degrees 44 minutes is also conjunct Pluto in Capricorn at 29 degrees. It is a loose orb there, but it is enough to really include this energy, and we are approaching a Sun and Pluto conjunction coming up on January 20th, right before everything moves into Aquarius, both the Sun and Pluto. So we are literally in our final, days before this ending, and this chapter closes, this door closes on a journey in our life. Pluto has been in Capricorn. It's at the 29th degree. This is the final degree. We're wrapping something up. We've been working on transforming in our house of Capricorn since 2008, y'all. 2008. So we're really working on closing up a chapter here and making a transition. Now, Pluto will move into Aquarius on January 20th, and the Sun will as well. So they're going to kind of dance together. And Pluto will dip back into Capricorn for a brief bit later in the year, from September 1st through November 19th, before moving into Aquarius permanently until 2044. We're having a changing of the guards moment in our life, graduating from something, retiring from something, a way of being, starting over, a new chapter of some kind. And when I say this, do keep in mind that this is the new moon, and this is a long-term goal, so it's going to play out over time. The full moon will not be until for 6 months, until May or June. I don't have that in front of me right now. I think it's June when we'll have that full moon in Capricorn, and that's when we'll really start to see more things come into fruition, but we're setting those goals right now and we're taking those action steps to them because it's a larger goal that we're working towards. This moment in our lives is about bringing in our future, as this lunation is also trine Uranus in Taurus. There's a new vision, something that we are innovating. We're innovating something, our legacy work, we're innovating for the community or with others in maybe a community setting, with another person or with multiple people. We are breaking free from limiting beliefs and patterns of fear at this moment with Uranus involved here. With the North Node in Aries, we want to bring our individual selves into this moment, into these spaces, into these communities or these relationships or these, maybe you're changing jobs and you want to bring your individual authentic self into your new space. And with the South Node being in Libra, this is what we're leaving behind. We're leaving behind codependency, people pleasing, blending so much into others that we're not being authentic and true to ourselves anymore. So this is what's going on. We're being called into something to do something with another person or a group of people coming together in a community of like-minded souls. And these are fated meetings. Whenever the nodes of the moon are involved, these are our destiny fated moments in time. These are things that, involve our soul groups, our soul families, our soul life plans. With this new moon squaring these nodes of destiny and Uranus at play here, it may give off the vibe of eclipse energy, eclipse portal energy. And being that it's happening on January 11th, which is portal energy. Ones are like walking through, you have one and a one, you're walking through a new doorway, you're walking through an opportunity, you're walking through a portal. So we're really being offered an opportunity to make a timeline jump and level up our lives at this moment. With Mars and Capricorn trining Jupiter and Taurus, we have this beneficial support as long as we're willing to put in the work. We'll want to be sure to align our passions, motivation, and our drive to what we're really trying to accomplish in our lives for that long term. Make sure that your actions are in alignment with your integrity, your authenticity of your soul, your values, the things that are important to you at your core authentic level. This lunation has a lot of earth energy support behind it, and we can really go the distance when we lean in past our fears and break out of our comfort zones, limiting beliefs, and old traditional ways of being. We're creating something new this time around. We're innovating something for the community, for the collective, for the benefit of ourselves and others. Now, Venus is in Sagittarius, it's trining Chiron in Aries and building to a trine to the North Node as well. Venus is our planet of love. It's making a nice, beautiful connection to our asteroid that's all about healing, our wounded healer, and it's preparing to trine that destiny point as well. And this is giving us that healed heart energy to allow ourselves to be open to what is possible for us and open to what we can achieve, open to letting others in, letting that love in, open to expanding into something that is bigger than ourselves and really achieving something, going beyond what we thought we could do before, or going beyond something that we've ever done before, going beyond what we can do on our own by ourselves. Even though the North Node is in Aries, people talk about this being about independence, but really what we're looking for is interdependence. We're wanting to be authentically 100% ourselves and also join in a community of like-minded individuals to accomplish something bigger than what we can do alone. With Mercury in Sagittarius at this time, we might have trouble communicating what we're trying to set into motion. Or there could be a vibe of information overload or scattered thoughts. Tempting as it might be to try to sort out all the details, don't. Don't try to sort out all the details of your goals for this year. Just don't do that to yourself. This energy is more supportive of visualizing your goals over trying to identify all the details of how everything's going to come into being. So focus on, how does it feel to be 25 pounds lighter? How does it feel to have the job you really want? What does it look like to have the home environment that's supportive to you? The relationship that you really desire, what does that look like? What are the friendships that are going to make your soul sing? Visualize them. Spend some time really feeling into that energy, imagining, connecting with. What does it feel like to be on that vacation? Where are you? What are you hearing? What are the sounds? What are the smells? This is the law of attraction type stuff here, guys. What does your life look like when you're actually living the life that you want to wake up and live? This is what I teach about, right? When you're living your dreams, you feel refreshed, revitalized. What does that look like to you? What goals do you need to put into motion? Do you need to set into place that are going to support this life that you're saying, oh my gosh, I'm excited to get out of bed today because I'm doing these things with my life today? That's what you're really going for in this moment, and your soul is calling you towards something. We do not have all the answers under this new moon. We won't know all the hows. We just know that we must do this, or we're going to miss the opportunity. It's go time right now, right? So, to live well within these energies at play, do make those big goals and break them down into smaller goals. Take this opportunity to get organized. What are the points that when I've reached this marker, I've made progress that I feel like is an accomplishment? What are those points? If it's a weight loss journey, maybe it's when I know that my pants are now saggy and are falling off of me, I've done something, I've achieved something here. Then I know I've reached this big stage, right? I know that when I hit this milestone in my life, that's going to be a mile marker for me. That's going to be progress along my journey. It's going to feel like I've accomplished something. I know that when I can walk up and down this hill without huffing and puffing anymore, I've made progress, right? Whatever that is for you. I know that as I'm cleaning out the clutter in my home, that when I get this room organized, I'm gonna know I've accomplished something. I really did something. Whatever that is for you in your life. How can you begin with one small action step daily to get you moving in that direction and commit to that? What is that action step? What are you going to do every day to show up for yourself to move you in the direction of achieving that longer term goal that you have in your life? And examine at this time, where are you giving your energy away to things that are not supporting you, that's really going to make your soul happy? Where are you giving your energy away to other things? Your time, your attention, your physical activity. What are you doing that is a time waster, that's not giving you the return on your investment of your time, that's not lighting your soul up? This is kind of like, like, let's say if this is happening in your fifth house of self-expression and pleasure, what are you doing for pleasure that isn't bringing you pleasure? And what are the goals? What really will bring you pleasure? And what are you going to do to move towards those goals? Where do you need to say yes to something and actually commit? What do you need to say no to right now in your life in order to be able to say yes to what your soul is calling you towards in this moment? Whatever we're saying no to at this time might be something that we care about or was once very important in our lives. Whatever we're leaving behind is a part of our identity, and it's possibly been something that's been around since 2008, even. But we're walking into a new time now, a new stage, a new phase of our lives. So it's time to say goodbye to the old version, goodbye to the old habits, goodbye to those old passions, um, the old careers, whatever it is. This is the old way that we did it. We're stepping into something new. And when you're looking at, like, let's say it's a hobby, it's hard to release a hobby that you once cared so much about. I know that when I was releasing my entire life to set out on the road, I had the hardest time getting rid of my sewing fabric. I was a quilter. I used to make random things. All of a sudden you got to make a costume for the kids, whatever. I've got fabric to release that. It was such a part of my identity. I loved doing it, and it was a wonderful passion and hobby for me, but it was not a passion that I could take on the road with me. It was not a hobby to take in transit, and it was not something that I was actively doing at that point in my life. It was no longer my season to do those things. I'm stepping into a new season, so I had to let go of it. And it was very challenging to do so because I loved that. It was a part of my identity. I thoroughly enjoyed doing it at that time. And I had to remind myself that if this is coming back into my life in the future, there will be a season for that later. Where I am right now, I'm stepping into something new and different. And it's more important for me to let this go for now and move towards the things that actually light my soul up in this moment, the things that I care about right now. So, whatever is going on in your personal narrative, your personal life, your personal storyline that you have going, it's going to have a physical, real world impact on your daily life. You're making a real life change here. This is not, it's not a simple change. It is a life change. It is a status change. Capricorn associated with the 10th house, these are about status changes. These are about important things. These are when people get married. These are when people start jobs, quit jobs, get divorced. There's status changes. There are, become parents. There are status changes in your life. You're doing something new. You move to a new city, whatever that is. Okay, these are real world impacts on your physical life. You may be changing jobs, starting a family, moving or renovating your home. Relationships might be ending or beginning. Communities shifting, ways of being, habits transforming, like your relationship to money, food, health, the past, or whatever it is. So depending on what house this is showing up for you is going to look different. And remember, you can drop your rising sun and moon signs below for more information on what house that is going to play out for you in specifically. If you don't know your rising sign or your sun or moon signs, you can get that information at astroseek.com. You will need to have your birth information to get that. You'll need to know the date and time. It just pop over to astroseek.com. It's astro-seek.com, and I'll have that link down below as well. Now, there is an energy under this new moon of taking responsibility because Capricorn is this very responsible sign, right? They're the child. A Capricorn child is the one who was all grown up as a little child, right? So, taking responsibility for your soul's desires, for that soul's calling forward, being committed to it, doing things differently than the way that the older generations did it, or even past versions of yourself. This is really about taking responsibility and making a change that's going to impact the status of your life now and forevermore. It is a legacy statement. It is a status move. It is status changing legacy move moment. This is about stepping into something that is truly going to enhance your life in some way, allowing you to level up and have a status change of some sort. It will require a leap of faith, which can be scary, but nothing worth having is ever achieved from the safety of your comfort zone. I promise you. Your soul wanted more from this lifetime. Lean into that calling, take that leap, put a plan of action into place, and get moving. This lunation comes with a level of conviction that compels you to move into your soul's destiny now because it's squaring the nodes of the moon. How will you answer the call? How will you rise up? What are you going to leave behind? What are you creating as that next part of your legacy that you're going to bring to this earth? If you're looking for a new moon ritual, do something physical, earth related, because it's an earth sign. It's a great time to work with crystals and herbs, make a money jar, but also get an action plan to really move towards your goals. What am I going to do every day? What am I going to do every week? How am I going to commit and show up for myself every day to do this thing? Remember, guys, we don't need more time in our lives. We just need to use the time that we have more wisely. So, whatever you're investing your time into now, you're wanting to make sure that it's going to give you that proper ROI that you're looking for and getting you closer to what is going to truly satisfy your soul's desire, not just instant gratification. And we're being asked to work smarter, not harder at this time as well. So open up to bringing innovation into your life and becoming revitalized at this time. This is the energy of understanding that you do not have to go work out at the gym in order to lose weight. You do not have to cut out sweets and sugary things to achieve your weight loss goals. I am one who puts things into practice. I practice what I preach. And so for the past year, I've lost probably 25 pounds at this point on my journey. And the life changes that I've made have been simple. I'm one of those advocates of do something small, do something now. Start with a glass of lemon water first thing in the morning, then drink whatever you want. And then eventually you cut out the sodas. And then eventually you do this. So making small incremental changes in your life instead of going to the gym, which honestly, I just have no desire. Like the gym, I just think that sounds like work. That sounds like effort. That sounds like, ooh, gross. I don't want to go do that. So I do love yoga though. I love getting on my yoga mat. I love getting out in nature and walking. I love walking around the neighborhood and just looking at all the houses and looking at the yards and seeing the animals outside and seeing all the plants and things like that and appreciating nature. So you can do things that are easy and simple. I allow myself to have sweets. I allow myself to eat when I'm hungry. I don't eat when I'm not hungry. I focus on making sure that I pause, not wanting to overeat, looking at those types of things, but I'm not over here counting calories. I'm very law of attraction in the way that I operate. So I'm appreciating my body. I'm loving how wonderful it is when I'm walking. I love how strong I feel. I love how flexible I feel. I'm really honoring myself as I'm doing it. You do not have to work hard to obtain the things you're wanting. You simply need to work smarter. You simply need to work with the energy and align your energy. And yes, take action steps, but your action steps don't have to look like doing things that just feel like, I don't want to do this. I want to reach this goal in my life, but I don't want to do these things to get there. Okay, well, who says you have to do these things to get there? That's an old belief. What is another way you can align with this? What are the things you can do right now to move towards what you want? Right? What are those things? If you're looking for support on your journey, I have a wonderful membership called Akashic Alignments. Each month, I put out 2 new group alignments to help members clear and align their energy to their highest timelines. Guys, I use these alignments for myself, and I very much tell them I use my own alignments. I can't wait to go listen to them myself after I channel them, and I listen to them regularly. I implement them in my life, and I really integrate that energy into my own field. So they're wonderful. They have activations in them, clearings, things to really help you set the tone for your life and move forward. And they work with the energies at play as well. We also have within that membership 2 personal opportunities each month where you can get an individual alignment specific to you, your energy in the Akashic records, and or you can ask your guides questions, and I come in and answer those for y'all from the Akashic Records. It's an absolutely beautiful membership, and the people who are in there really enjoy the benefits that they receive from that space. Of course, another way to work with me is on in individual one-on-one sessions. If you've never had an Akashic Record session, it's a one-of-a-kind experience. It will really bring you wisdom, clarity, and insight, and in practical ways. But since I also do energy work, each session also is going to clear your energy field, take some of those limiting beliefs, old patterns, programs. Maybe you have something in generational programming or past lives that we clear out, those types of things to allow you to move more freely and more empowered into your sovereign energy so that you can really step into the life that you are wanting to live, the life that you want to wake up and live each day. I do have a promo code offer out for $88 sessions this month since it is an 8 year. I love that. And regularly these sessions are $130. So I'll put that information in the description box below if you're interested in having a one-on-one session. At this time, I would like us to move into the Akashic Records energy portion of this video. So go ahead and bring yourself into a place of relaxation. Remember, please do not drive or operate heavy machinery while you're listening to this part of the recording. Come back to it later if you need to. Treat this as if you would a meditation. We're wanting to come into a place of relaxation. You can close your eyes. It's recommended that you do. And by acknowledging on your end that you are participating, we're now going to open up your Akashic records and move into this energy. And our purpose today is to align you with these new moon frequencies to allow you to set legacy goal intentions, life-changing intentions that are going to help you step into this higher frequency in your life. Letting go of the old patterns and really moving forward into the life that you want to wake up and live, the life that you want to create, the things that you want to be doing. Just take some relaxing breaths. We're going to activate the Akashic Heart Opener. And we're going to start with, we're going to do some golden light today. Streaming down golden light. It's got a little bit of shimmer and glitter energy in it. Just allow that frequency to run through your crown chakra and through your whole body. And we're connecting in with your higher self at this time. Really coming into a place of understanding and awareness of what your soul is calling you towards. What is it time to really change and transform? Maybe it's health related, maybe it's career related, relationship related. Maybe it's related to your finances. What are your goals? What do you really want to achieve? What do you really want to accomplish? Start bringing those things into your awareness. If I could have anything I wanted, if I was living the life that I truly wanted to live, what would I be doing? And this is when limiting beliefs are going to start coming up into your awareness and thinking, well, I can't have these things because I of this or because of that, right? You start finding the reasons of why this thing that your soul is pulling you towards, that's saying, I really want this. I really want this. Allow those limiting beliefs to be cleansed and cleared at this time with some white diamond light. We're allowing white diamond light to flood into all of these areas, all of these corners, all of the pieces, parts, and aspects of us that see restriction, limitation, that don't see a way, that feel like it's impossible, that have fear. I can't do this because my family would never understand. Nobody else has ever done this in my family. I don't know anyone who's done this. I don't know if I can do this. It's never been done before by me. It's never been done before at all. Whatever that is for you. Allow that white diamond light to just flood fresh energy over the old energy, releasing all of those old patterns, releasing your attachment to the way that it was, releasing your attachment to the way that you think it had to be, releasing your attachment to the way that you um, thought your life needed to be, releasing your attachment to the legacy that you thought you were bringing into the earth to make room for the legacy that you are actually bringing into the earth. You're expanding this. Maybe you thought you were going to achieve something on your own or be alone in your work or your goals. But this energy at this time is inviting us to open up our heart space. Let's call in Archangel Raphael to work with that heart space and really expand that energy. Open up our heart space and really trust and believe that we can be in collaboration with others. We can achieve more together. We can come together. We can own who we are individually and work together collectively. We can show up authentically as ourselves. We don't have to people please. We don't have to lose ourselves. We don't have to have codependent relationships in whatever area of life this is for us. We can create healthy boundaries and accomplish things together. We can do things differently now, move in different ways because we have a new level of maturity and healing in our lives. And we're ready to start a new chapter. We're ready to do it differently. Activating your ability to visualize how you want to feel, what you want to be doing, who you want to be doing it with, what goals you have, what your life looks like, what it feels like. Opening up those visual energies, activating that third eye for you, helping you feel those sensations in your body so that you can really see, sense, feel, and imagine what your life looks like when you are living your dreams. The things that and guys, you're always going to have a new dream. But these are my new dreams. This is the next level of what I'm going into. This is what I want now. I didn't realize I wanted this dream until now, but I'm ready to move into it. Now that I realize, now that I see that this is something that my soul desires. There's a passion, there's a drive here. Something that is soul fulfilling, soul rewarding. Now that I see that, I'm ready to move into this next stage, bringing you into alignment with the ability to get organized in your thoughts, in your processes, in your daily life, and really helping you become aware of what action steps can I take now to move in the direction of that. And, what do I need to put in place? Do I need to put in a notice? Do I need to start looking for that next job? What am I doing to really put things into place? How am I going to show up every day? If I'm committed to writing a book, if my legacy goal is to put that book out there, how am I committing every day, taking action, writing that book every day so that the book gets written over the course of this set amount of time, right? And you can release time to an extent, but you're wanting to also honor time and make sure that you're investing time in the things that are bringing your soul fulfillment. So we're just aligning you with those frequencies now so that they're coming into your mind. You're having clarity. And maybe not in this moment, but in the coming days as you process through all of this, you're going to start having much more clarity and awareness and um, realization of what is going to revitalize you in your life, what is going to bring forward that passion to get up and live this day, to get up and be excited about life again, to get up and I have goals, I have things I want to move towards, I have these things that I want to accomplish. I'm excited about what I'm doing. I'm excited about my life's work. I'm excited about the goals that I have for myself. Sprinkling in faith, loads of faith. Calling in Archangel Shamiel at this time. And they're showing me kind of like just a salt shaker, and they're just sprinkling in faith all over you. And the rule of thumb here is if the universe inspires you, if this life experience, has inspired you to a vision, to a dream, to a desire, then it absolutely is calling you forwards to it, and it is going to support you in achieving those goals as long as you do step out and take action in that direction. And the universe absolutely wants you to have your soul's desires. Your soul is conspiring for you to have your dreams fulfilled. So you can have faith and trust that you are divinely guided, you are divinely supported, and you are being divinely inspired to move into action. It is safe to take those action steps. It's safe to move in that direction. And just really opening you up to all of the opportunities that will be coming into your life, opening you up to those pathways, to those insights, and giving you that courage, activating your solar plexus so that you have that courage and fortitude to move forward towards your dreams and to do the things. Let's go ahead and also activate the frequency of endurance, fortitude, stick-to-itiveness, follow through. Because there are times on our journey when the going gets tough and we think, why am I even doing this? And I want to give up. And so we really want to implement that energy that says, I'm committed. I'm committed. I'm doing this thing. This is important to me. This is important to what I'm trying to create for myself. It's a passion. It's a desire. I know that it's what I am meant to do. I'm being called to do. And I'm committed. All right, so at this time, we're going to go ahead and run liquid gold honey frequency through your entire vessel, through your chakra systems, through your body. And this is just helping you upgrade and seal in, lock in, anchor in everything, all the energy work that we've done today to really support you on your journey into this time, this space, this realm, this reality, so that you can step into that life where you are living your dreams. Every day I'm living my dreams. I'm moving in this direction, and I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, right? I'm creating this life that I want to wake up and live, and it's so rewarding and soul fulfilling. Getting really excited about your life. Excited about it's a brand new day, and I'm excited to be alive. And these are the things that I'm doing with my life to leave my mark on this earth, to leave my legacy behind. I'm not doing things like I used to do. I'm not doing things like my parents did them. I'm not doing things like my grandparents did them. I'm starting a new legacy. I'm not doing things the way we've always done them. I'm doing something new this time. Stepping out into that with that faith and courage. All right, we're going to go ahead and close up the Akashic records. This is a little bit of what I do over in the Akashic Alignments membership. If you do feel called to join us there, those group alignments, though, are put to music, and so it's a whole little recording like a meditation. They're really wonderful. If you do feel called, I invite you to join us over there. Book a one-on-one session. If you would like individual support, all the links are down below. I encourage you to join us in Phase by the Moon, where we do talk more regularly about the energies at play, what's going on more on a weekly basis. I pop in here and there, and I also do random things like pull cards from time to time and help give spiritual support and guidance along the path, real practical life applications of here's how you can move towards your goals, that sort of thing. That's what I talk about with the Santosha way. That's what I teach, is how to live well within the energies at play in these practical, normal, everyday life moments, right? The action steps that you can implement in your life that will really take you into that next level and into the place of where I am the person who is living the life that I want to live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below with your rising sun or moon signs, or just say hello. Any and all activity really helps boost the visibility for these smaller channels like mine, and it is so very much appreciated. Be sure to share this video with your friends and family if you received any value out of it. And guys, until next time, may you be Santosha.